You're listening to the CyberWire Network, powered by N2K.
No, it's not your imagination. Risk and regulation really are ramping up, and these days, customers expect proof of security before they'll even do business. That's where Vanta comes in. Vanta automates your compliance process and brings compliance, risk, and customer trust together on one AI-powered platform. So whether you're getting ready for a SOC 2 or managing an enterprise governance risk and compliance program, Vanta helps keep you secure and keeps your deals moving. Companies like Ramp and Ryder spend 82% less time on audits with Vanta. That means less time chasing paperwork and more time focused on growth. For me, it comes down to this. Over 10,000 companies, from startups to large enterprises, trust Vanta to help prove their security. Get started at vanta.com/cyber. The Treasury Secretary and Fed Chair summon bankers over AI concerns. A hacker claims more than 10 petabytes stolen from China's National Supercomputing Center. Recalibrating the quantum timeline. Researchers demo prompt injection against Apple Intelligence. Payroll Pirates target Canadians. Gmail gets end-to-end encryption on mobile devices. A Chrome update fixes critical vulnerabilities. A Pennsylvania cop admits creating more than 3,000 AI-generated pornographic deepfakes. Our guest is Henry Comfort, co-founder and CEO of Geordie AI, winner of this year's RSAC Innovation Sandbox. And the FCC floats firmer filters for fraudulent phone calls. It's Friday, April 10th, 2026. I'm Dave Bittner, and this is your CyberWire Intel Briefing. Thanks for joining us here today, and happy Friday. It's been a heck of a week, and it's great to have you here with us. U.S. financial regulators are increasingly concerned that advanced artificial intelligence could introduce new systemic cybersecurity risks to the banking sector. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Federal Reserve Chair Jay Powell recently convened top Wall Street CEOs to discuss Anthropic's latest model, Claude Mythos Preview, and the potential threat similar tools may pose if misused. While Anthropic says the model is intended to help identify and fix critical vulnerabilities, policymakers worry that increasingly capable AI could also enable more sophisticated cyber attacks. Industry leaders have echoed those concerns. J.P. Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon warned that AI may create new security weaknesses, and former Microsoft executive Craig Mundie suggested powerful models could broaden access to advanced hacking capabilities. The meeting reflects growing government attention to AI's dual-use nature, as officials weigh both its defensive benefits and its potential to amplify cyber risk across critical financial infrastructure. Meanwhile, a federal appeals court in Washington allowed the Pentagon to keep blacklisting Anthropic from defense contracts, while legal challenges continue in other courts. The ruling lets the military remove Claude models from defense systems and restrict contractor use, though a California court has limited parts of the policy. Judges emphasize national security concerns over financial harm to Anthropic. The decision does not resolve whether the designation is lawful, leaving broader constitutional and procurement disputes ongoing as parallel cases proceed. A hacker using the alias Flaming China claims to have stolen more than 10 petabytes of sensitive data from China's National Supercomputing Center in Tianjin, potentially one of the largest alleged data exfiltrations from the country. Samples reviewed by cybersecurity researchers appear to include documents marked secret, along with missile schematics, aerospace research, and other defense-related materials tied to major Chinese institutions. Experts say the attacker may have accessed the system through a compromised VPN and quietly extracted data over several months using distributed automated tools. However, the dataset's origin remains unverified by independent authorities. If confirmed, analysts say the volume and sensitivity of the material could make it highly valuable to foreign intelligence services and highlight ongoing cybersecurity weaknesses in parts of China's critical infrastructure. Google's decision to accelerate its shift to quantum-resistant encryption reflects growing concern that quantum computers capable of breaking today's cryptography may arrive sooner than expected. New research from the California Institute of Technology, Oratomic, and the University of California suggest such systems could require as few as 10,000 qubits, far fewer than earlier estimates of millions. Google researchers also reported reduced hardware requirements for breaking widely used encryption. Officials and experts warn this raises the risk of harvest now, decrypt later campaigns and highlights rapid advances, including Chinese investment in quantum technology. Some analysts say the timeline for quantum threats now overlaps with currently deployed systems, especially blockchain infrastructure. However, other cryptography experts remain skeptical that practical quantum attacks are imminent, arguing large-scale, fault-tolerant quantum computers may still be decades away. Researchers at the RSAC Research Lab demonstrated a prompt injection attack that could hijack Apple Intelligence's on-device large language model by combining a neural exec adversarial input with a Unicode right-to-left override technique to bypass Apple's input and output filters. The method allowed attackers to force the model to execute arbitrary tasks with a reported 76% success rate across test prompts. Before Apple patched the issue in iOS 26.4 and macOS 26.4, attackers could potentially access sensitive data available to apps using the local model, including health or personal media content. Researchers estimated between 100,000 and 1 million users may have been exposed through affected apps. Apple has since deployed mitigations, and researchers report no evidence of exploitation in the wild. Users running earlier operating system versions are advised to update to the latest versions. A financially motivated threat actor tracked as Storm 2755 is conducting payroll pirate attacks that redirect Canadian employees' salary payments after hijacking their accounts. The group uses adversary-in-the-middle phishing pages disguised as Microsoft 365 sign-in portals to capture authentication tokens and session cookies, allowing them to bypass multi-factor authentication without needing passwords or codes. After gaining access, attackers hide HR-related emails using inbox rules and contact payroll staff to request changes to direct deposit details. When social engineering fails, they log directly into HR platforms such as Workday to alter payment information. Microsoft advises organizations to deploy phishing-resistant MFA, block legacy authentication, revoke compromised sessions, and remove malicious inbox rules. Payroll diversion schemes are a form of business email compromise, which the FBI says caused more than $3 billion in losses last year. Google has expanded Gmail end-to-end encryption to Android and iOS, allowing enterprise users to send and read encrypted emails directly within the mobile app without extra tools. Messages can be delivered to Gmail recipients normally, while others can access them through a browser. The feature relies on client-side encryption, meaning organizations control encryption keys stored outside Google's servers. Available to Enterprise Plus users with Assured Controls add-ons, the update supports regulatory compliance and extends encrypted messaging across platforms and email providers. Google has released Chrome 147 with fixes for 60 vulnerabilities, including 2 critical flaws in the WebML component used to run machine learning models in the browser. The issues, a heap buffer overflow and an integer overflow, could enable sandbox escape or remote code execution. 14 additional high-severity bugs affect components such as WebRTC, V8, Blink, and Skia. Google says none are known to be exploited in the wild. The update also introduces stronger session cookie protections to reduce account compromise risks. A Pennsylvania State Police corporal has pleaded guilty to multiple crimes, including creating more than 3,000 AI-generated pornographic deepfakes using images taken from state databases such as driver's license records. Authorities say Stephen Kamnick misused Commonwealth systems for years, generating explicit material involving numerous women, including a district court judge, sometimes on state-owned devices at police barracks. Investigators discovered the activity in 2024 after unusual internet usage triggered a review of his workstation, leading to the seizure of devices containing illicit content, including child sexual abuse material. Kamnick also secretly filmed individuals, accessed restricted databases in violation of policy, possessed a stolen firearm, and broke into a women's locker room at the barracks. The case reflects broader concerns about the growing accessibility of AI deepfake tools, which have also been used in recent incidents involving students in eastern Pennsylvania high schools. Kamnick is scheduled for sentencing in July. Coming up after the break, my conversation with Henry Comfort, co-founder and CEO of Geordie AI, winner of this year's RSAC Innovation Sandbox. And the FCC floats firmer filters for fraudulent phone calls. Stay with us. Maybe that's an urgent message from your CEO, or maybe it's a deepfake trying to target your business. Doppel is the AI-native social engineering defense platform fighting back against impersonation and manipulation. As attackers use AI to make their tactics more sophisticated, Doppel uses it to fight back, from automatically dismantling cross-channel attacks to building team resilience and more. Doppel, outpacing what's next in social engineering. Learn more at doppel.com. That's DOPPEL.com.
Spring Black Friday is on at the Home Depot. Save on grills and patio sets that will be sure to bring your hosting game up a notch. Fire up your feast with help from the Home Depot and save on grills. Like the Next Grill 4-burner propane gas grill was $249, now in special buy for $199. Or give everyone the best seat in the yard with the Hampton Bay Mayfield Park 4-piece conversation set for only $399. Save on grills and patio sets with low prices guaranteed during Spring Black Friday only at the Home Depot. Now through April 22nd, while supplies last. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
One of the highlights of RSAC is always the Innovation Sandbox. And this year, after the announcement of the winner, I got to speak with Henry Comfort, co-founder and CEO of Geordie AI, this year's winner.
The winner of the RSAC Most Innovative Startup 2026, drum roll please, is Geordie AI.
So here we are at the Innovation Sandbox, and congratulations on winning this year. You just came off the stage. How do you feel?
It feels amazing. It's really a bit of a dream. Last year, we came to RSA and we just started our company. And I remember speaking to some of our investors, and they said, "Are you going to go for Sandbox next year?" and you took a second and you went, yeah, we're going to go for it. So to now be here winning it is an incredibly proud moment, but more significantly, a moment where we just one step to reflect upon the fact that we've already built a product that's helping companies understand their agentic operations and manage the risk. We've built an amazing team who have worked so hard over the past year to make it happen, and we have such great aspirations and ambitions for the future. So this is a really powerful moment for us, and we look forward to building upon it.
One of the things I found inspiring about your story was the name itself, the Geordie Light. Just give us the description of that.
Yeah, I mean, we drew a parallel back when we were starting the company between what was possible with agents and the first industrial revolution. All of a sudden, we have access to all this operational leverage we didn't have before as a result of technology. But just as we have right now, during the Industrial Revolution, there were invisible risks that teams had to deal with. And at the time, when the teams were mining coals in the coal mines, and the invisible gases were released in the process, and it was very, very dangerous. But we developed mining lamps to help us manage that risk. An example of this was the Geordie lamp. It had a small candle inside, and at the moment the gas is built up, the candle went out. It gave the workers at the time line of sight to this new risk. And we do the same for the agentic era, and we took a real thought went into the name and the story, because we really do feel that we're at as significant a moment in technological development, and we want to play as significant a role in helping companies unlock the benefits by managing the risks.
Well, give us the elevator speech. What does the product do?
Yeah, so we help you understand your agentic footprint across all the various different service areas that agents operate in. We give you a deep understanding of how they're configured, their posture, and their runtime observability of their actual operations. Then we help you manage the risk and understand it. Right now, a lot of security teams are struggling to get their heads around agentic risk. And then finally, we help you remediate it, but we don't take a legacy approach. We use context engineering to steer agents towards better pathways and then block the ones you least want. And from that, it's quite a holistic approach to agentic risk management and governance that's benefiting our customers today.
Why choose to do the sandbox? Startups, you don't have a lot of free time. Yeah. This takes a lot of time. For you, it paid off, but what was the equation that made you decide this was something you wanted to pursue?
We see Sandbox as an amazing catalyst for companies, really spotlighting the most innovative solutions, the most game-changing future companies, and we wanted to be part of that. So every moment spent on this was a moment well spent. And I think everyone who was a finalist, or even who tried to become a finalist, would say the same thing. This is, one of my investors described it to us as the Oscars for cybersecurity. And we treat it like that. This means an incredible amount to us as a company, as it did to all the other finalists. So it's a privilege to be part of it, and an absolute honor to win. What's next for you and your team? Continue helping more customers ultimately understand their agentic operations and help them manage the risks so that they can unlock innovation. That's what we're here to do. So we'll continue to grow our team and continue to work with customers to make sure that they're equipped in this new era. Well, congratulations and best of luck to you. Thanks so much. That's Henry Comfort, co-founder and CEO of Geordie AI, winner of this year's RSAC Innovation Sandbox.
No one goes to Hank's for spreadsheets. They go for a darn good pizza. Lately, though, the shop's been quiet, so Hank decides to bring back the $1 slice. He asks Copilot in Microsoft Excel to look at his sales and costs and help him see if he can afford it. Copilot shows Hank where the money's going and which little extras make the dollar slice work. Now Hank has a line out the door. Hank makes the pizza, Copilot handles the spreadsheets. Learn more at m365copilot.com/work.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
And finally, the Federal Communications Commission is, once again, sharpening its tools against robocalls, this time by proposing stricter Know Your Customer rules for phone service providers who appear, in the agency's view, to have been asking far too few questions of suspicious callers. Under the proposal, originating carriers would need to collect more identifying details, verify them more carefully, and face penalties calculated per illegal call rather than per violation, which could make nuisance dialing a more expensive hobby. High-volume callers would also have to explain why they're calling so many people in the first place, a question consumers have been quietly asking for years. Providers might even be required to keep identity records for 4 years after customers depart, presumably just in case the calls keep coming anyway. The FCC argues stronger rules would help law enforcement trace crimes tied to illegal calling. Meanwhile, robocalls, stubborn as ever, continue ringing through. And that's the CyberWire. For links to all of today's stories, check out our daily briefing at thecyberwire.com. Be sure to check out this weekend's Research Saturday and my conversation with Selena Larson, threat researcher from Proofpoint's research team. The research is titled Don't Trust Connect. It's a rat in an RMM hat. That's Research Saturday. Check it out. We'd love to know what you think of this podcast. Your feedback ensures we deliver the insights that keep you a step ahead in the rapidly changing world of cybersecurity. If you like our show, please share a rating and review in your favorite podcast app. Please also fill out the survey in the show notes or send an email to cyberwire@n2k.com. N2K's lead producer is Liz Stokes. We're mixed by Trey Hester with original music and sound design by Elliot Peltzman. Ethan Cook is our lead analyst. Our contributing host is Maria Vermazis. Our executive producer is Jennifer Iben. Peter Kilpie is our publisher. And I'm Dave Bittner. Thanks for listening. We'll see you back here next week.